Alright, I made it. Alright, HadesOmega here. Before we start moving too much, I'm just gonna save this. I finished it. I finished it. There's the finisher pin. That was a lot of hard work. I finished at about 11:30-ish. I think the next race starts at 12 or something. And then it took us about an hour and 30-something minutes. This is a little off because I rode from the pits. I don't know my official time. We'll probably see at the end of the day when they get the results up. The whole thing took 2 hours and 24 minutes. That was my moving time, okay? So probably we took longer than 2 hours, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, it was a carnage. We hit a max speed of 47. We rode 19 miles, so yeah, about 9 miles a lap. They were saying it was 9 miles a lap. That looks about right. We were moving at a speed of 10.9 miles an hour. So, oh my God, that is the hardest. That is the hardest pin. It definitely. Let's go save this, and then we'll go talk about it on the way there. I feel like walking right now. Okay, okay. So what an ordeal that was. That was horrible. My camera ran out of power about halfway through the second lap, and I think I finished almost last. People were like, "There's still people out here." Like, yeah, I was out there, but I got the finisher's pin. And it was pretty freaking bad, dude. There was 2 hills that gave me a lot of trouble, and had I cleared it the first time, you know, it's one of those things like, hey, if you get stuck, then a bunch of other people come, you got to wait for them, type of thing. It's the same experience I had during like LA B2V. Like, people would crash on a hill, and you have to wait for them to get out of the way because, you know, there's no space unless you want to play dodge the bike, you know. And like, I would get up to like 3/4 up that hill, and it would just like, the front would come up or something, you know, and I would stall the bike. So pretty bad, man. It was pretty freaking bad. And then there was a big pile up there. And the thing that sucks is like, when I first came up it, there was nobody there. If I made it up the first time, it would have been no problem. I almost made it up all the way, and I was like, shit. And there's just not enough runway. There's not enough runway like to keep on going. So there was 2 hills that really gave me a trouble. It was that one, and then there was another one. There's another one like you go down a hill and you go up a hill, and I guess if you take the left path, it's a little better. I would be getting tossed off the bike. I hate to say it, man. HadesOmega sat down for like most of the ride, you know, and I saw a lot of people sitting down. So it was just like, yeah, I really had to conserve my energy for this one, man. There was a lot of off-camber, you know, trails and turns and stuff, and I'm not good at that, you know. I definitely got some practice today, though. Yeah, that was like some of the hardest riding I ever done, man. I mean, we went down stuff that, like, you know, HadesOmega doesn't like going down hills, okay? I'm not a good downhill rider. I got a lot of practice going downhill today. So there was like the first section was, you know, it wasn't too hard, and then we got into the hills, and it started getting more technical, more single track, lots of trees to dodge and branches, and it was a wild ride. It's a wild ride, dude, I'll tell you. And it just, I felt like I was just slowing everybody down. I was a fucking roadblock, man. People were passing me left and right, dude. But I just kept on telling myself, keep on going. I think I dropped the bike. Shit, I must have dropped the bike at least 10 times. Oh. And I had to go down the hill, go up, and it was just kill me. And I'd have to take my goggles off because they'd fog up. I had problems with fogging goggles because some of those technical sections, you know, you really can't go fast, you know. People passing you left and right, and it was bad, dude. It was really bad. I don't think I want to do that again. Okay, so this is the start. This is the start point right here. I mean, sort of. This is the tech thing where they check to see if you have a spark arrestor. That's basically pretty much all you do. Just go here, spark arrestor. So this is the A-class race right here. So we'll go watch them take off. But yeah, that was rough. I did really bad. I'm pretty sure. Unless there was somebody that didn't finish, I probably, you know, am the last one. But I guess I should be happy I finished. I was gonna say. But hey, look at all those bikes, man. It's a lot. Look at that. Alright. So also, there's a couple times that I thought, like, you know, there's a couple situations where I thought, like, oh, you could break a leg, or like I went down this hill and then there was like a berm on the other side. There was like a wall and then a berm, like it just went straight up, and I had to go left right away. And I kind of biffed it there, and I went over the bars, and I thought, like, oh man, my wrist. So yeah. Oh my god, dude. What an ordeal that was. What an ordeal. Alright, HadesOmega here. So these are the results for the race I did this morning. I was in the C200 class here, and I came in 25th. 25th out of 29. We didn't get last, okay? That's a good thing. We didn't get last and we finished. So yeah, I have 2 times. Oh yeah, these. So I was like pretty much the last person. The other ones, like, they didn't finish. They only finished like 1 lap. I finished 2 laps. So something might have happened to their bikes. I pretty much came in dead last in the class. Okay. Yeah, it's pretty sad, man. I was 2 minutes behind the person in front of me. So I could have made up that difference, man. Alright, well. So there it is, 277S, Merlin Valencia, 2 hours and 3 minutes, 74 minutes for the first lap. Wait, we did a lot better on the second lap, 49. If we didn't get hung up on that hill, we would have got a lot better time, probably a lot closer to this time. Yeah, I don't think I had as much trouble. I was much more relaxed the second time around. Okay, here's the overall results. I came in, it was here somewhere. Oh, here. I came in 221st out of 246. So we didn't get last. And then these are all the people that DNF. So actually we beat all these people here, right there, right there. So don't feel so bad, Merlin. I would say I finished, I don't know, let's look at the sheet. Right here. I finished in the last, probably almost like less than a quarter. The lower 25% is what I want to say. So not so good. Alright, well, hey, all I can say is I'm just glad I finished it. Yeah. And I didn't come in last, that's cool. I thought I was last. There's like nobody, you know. It's really annoying riding with a lot of people that are faster than you, and they just keep on passing. And like, you know, I don't want to hold them up, but it's like, you know, I don't think I should let them pass all the time, you know. I let a couple people pass. So, alright, well that's it. That's the results for the Lazy Bum 2020 HadesOmega in the C200 class. 25th and like 221 overall. Alright, HadesOmega out. Alright, hey, HadesOmega here. So that's the end of the race. So yeah, everyone's all packing up and going home. Can you believe this whole, like, I don't know, this kind of land here, I guess you could call it a land, was full of freaking RVs and stuff earlier. So yeah, so just a couple things I wanted to note. I'm not used to riding this kind of terrain. If anything, you know, it's a lot like Hollister, man. I'm sorry, my hair's all messed up and stuff. It was a lot like Hollister. Yeah, it was a lot like Hollister, but like, it was just kind of like, you'd go up a downhill and you go down a hill. There was a lot of steep downhills, you know, and then it would just kind of just turn right away, and a lot of loose dirt and stuff. I was running a Shinko 525 Cheater, and that is a good tire. It did pretty good in the loose stuff. I had just spooned it on a couple days ago, you know, and I was like, well, let's give it a whirl, and it didn't let me down, that's for sure. And they don't even look like they took any damage. That's all I'm gonna say. There was a lot of soft stuff out there, but it actually did pretty good. I was surprised. Now, of course, my bike doesn't have a whole lot of power, so it's like a super soft enduro hybrid type of tire, you know. So in respects to that, it was pretty good. I feel also there was some like pretty pretty nasty hill climbs. There's about a handful of pretty nasty hill climbs, 2 of which, you know, got me quite a number of times. All I can say is, man, I think it's the KLX has just got that short wheelbase. It makes it hard to get up really steep hills like that. It just, so a technique I kind of did was like, I would just keep it in first and just kind of crawl up the hill, and then I would let my feet dangle back, and I would lean forward, kind of like, you know what? I know where I learned that from. I learned it from drag racing. That's where I learned it from. Cause so in drag racing, if you do a wheelie off the line, you know, it's no good. You're not getting the power to the ground. You know, the power's going up instead of like straight. You know, and so a technique I had learned is like just to let your feet dangle, like, and then shift your weight forward, and that's what I was doing, and it actually helped. So yeah, that technique actually helped. But like I think the KLX being small and having a short wheelbase is just killing me on those hills. And yeah, the power, dude, it just, you know, it's got a lot of power, but, you know, it doesn't have as much torque as it used to. With the 170 kit, it moves the power bound up, so you gotta really rev it. And I was like, I'm one of those person that I just like to lug the motor, you know. But the KLX did okay. You know, it didn't break or anything. You know, trusty KLX, dude. It finished. Is all that matters. So that's what I'm gonna say. Yeah. So like I said, I'm not really used to this kind of riding. It's, you know, it's kind of like, yeah, I don't know what to say. There was a lot of downhills. There's a lot of downhills. There's a lot of moments where I was going down the hill. I'm like, what the hell, dude? What are we doing? What are we doing? And there was just like so many situations where like, it was like, what the hell? Like, I could have totally got hurt right there, you know, if you weren't careful. So I tried to be really careful. Like, there was some where you would go like between the trees and stuff. So I would, like, most of the time I would say, like, go around the tree, go on the outside tree, so you don't run into the tree. There's no chance that you're gonna run into the tree. So yeah, and then I remember on one of those uphill climbs, I launched the bike into a freaking barbed wire fence, man, and then we had to untangle my bike out of it. It was bad. I only got the first lap, so I hope you guys enjoy the first lap. The battery died like halfway through the second lap, so I don't know, it's gonna be pretty long. Sorry guys. That's what I'm gonna say there. It'll probably be multiple parts, and just like the gruesome parts, I'll make a I'll make a video of that. But yeah, man, I got to ride a Sherco today, a Sherco 300 SE or SEF factory, and man, it was really nice. Holy crap, man. I have to say, like, I rode my KLX on that course after the Sherco course they had here for doing the demo bikes, and I have to say, like, man, when I went from after riding the 4-stroke and then I hopped on the 2-stroke, I was like, holy shit, this 2-stroke is freaking awesome. I was like, it was just easier to ride. Even though it was a big bike, it was easier to ride. But then I went over in my KLX after, and it didn't have the explosive power of the Sherco, but it it went around the corners a lot faster because like the bike was small. I could just kind of whip it around the corners a little bit. So HadesOmega is just not good at doing downhill riding. That's one thing I gotta practice, and I definitely got a lot of practice today. Okay. Would I want to do this again? You know what? I would do this again in the Light Bee. I feel that I think the Light Bee would be good here, you know, because like there was a lot of times where like, yeah, you know, I crash, you know, or I have to go down the hill to get up, or like I was thinking like, man, if I had an electric bike, I could just walk it up the hill. It would be easy to walk it up the hill with the electric bike. You know, I could easily pick it up and stuff. It would be like cheating, you know. so yeah, there's that. But do I think that Light Bee could get up those really steep hills? That's a good question. I don't know, man. But like I said, if we couldn't get up the hills, then we would just we could just walk it up the hill. So there's nothing. I would try it. And then maybe I would swap the battery after the first lap. I would see what charge I was at. It was 9 miles. Yeah, you know what? It was a lap was like 9 miles, and I could think you could probably do 2 laps with 1 battery. You could do 2 laps with 1 battery, and plus you're gonna be. There was a lot of downhills. I don't know how the regen would work on those downhills, but I still have the brakes. So if the regen fails, I got the brakes. So hopefully you don't overheat the batteries. It was pretty cool today. I don't think it would overheat the batteries, but yeah, on long downhills I can overheat the battery. So hopefully when I get that light speed battery, along those long kind of downhills that I have to regen, it doesn't overheat the battery. That's what I'm worried about, because once you overheat the battery, that's like, you know, no good. So yeah, you know, I would try it again, but I would try it again on an electric bike. So next year, maybe I'll try it on the electric bike. We'll see if I got it all squared away. I think it would do okay, and I put better tires on it, so I know with the trials tires, so I was getting shitty traction in the loose stuff, and there was a lot of loose stuff. But I put better tires on it, so hopefully that helps. All right, so that's the end. I didn't get hurt. I got beat up pretty good, but I didn't like hurt myself. Maybe we'll find out tonight or when I wake up tomorrow. I'm pretty hurting right now, but and the KLX is pretty battered, but it kept on chugging. I used that starter like so many times, man. I was afraid that the battery was gonna run out of charge. So, but yeah, it's stuck in there. The KLX, the 170 kit did okay. It did okay, especially on that wide open stuff. The last part of the course was just all this wide open stuff and like creek beds, and I really enjoyed that stuff. That was a lot of fun. It wasn't that hard, and you were going pretty fast, and you know, the KLX just ate that right up, you know. But yeah, I was also so tired. After a while, it's just like, yeah, I'm just gonna relax, you know. About maybe, yeah, after I got up over that hill, it was just like shit, man. Well, I don't think we're gonna win anything, so as long as we just finish, and we didn't finish last, so that's okay. We didn't finish last overall. There was a lot of DNF. I think, yeah, all the people that didn't finish, we pretty much, you know, we beat them. That was it. That was the only people that we beat, was the people that DNF'd. Like, they had a problem with their bike, they didn't finish for whatever reason. So we finished. So just be, you know, be proud of that. You finished. You get the finisher pin. All right. So it was hard. This was hard for HadesOmega. It's not the kind of riding that I'm good at. So, all right, HadesOmega out. Oh, hey, I made it home. Anyway, there's also another thing I wanted to point out. The conditions for the course were like excellent. They were really good. I'm not gonna lie, man. Like, you know, they give you a good chance to do good. As it was Mother Nature gave you a good chance to do good. I saw like the video from last year, and it was like really dusty and stuff. There wasn't a whole lot of dust at all. The day before, it rained a whole lot, and then like when I got there, it pretty much rained like every hour. Every hour it would just rain for like 10 minutes or something, and then so like that's why everything was like really wet in the morning. So that's what I would say about the conditions. The conditions were excellent. It was just hero dirt everywhere, very little mud. Like, man, it was great. It was great out there. So you know, it didn't really help HadesOmega all that much. If anything, you know those kind of off camber kind of hillsides and stuff you're riding on. It helped me get the traction on that stuff. Those cheater tires, they did really good on that really loose hero dirt. Yeah, I don't know how it would have been if it was really dry stuff. If it was really dry stuff, then can't get that good traction. But the KLX doesn't really have much problem with traction. But I've had some instances where I was trying to go up a really steep hill, and there's just too much loose stuff at the top, and I couldn't get traction. So. But that wasn't a problem today. So lots of traction and not a lot of dust. You couldn't ask for better conditions. That's what I want to say. Okay. All right. Here's we go.